Matt Baskett is escorted by his mom, Cicely Baskett, and his dad, Matthew Baskett Sr. Marute Boyd is escorted by his mom, Sonia Holmes, and his dad, Dimitri Holmes. Grayson Bridgers is escorted by his mom, Tammy Bridgers, and his dad, Brian Bridgers. Donovan Brown is escorted by his mom, Gracie Brown, and his dad, Donovan Brown. Grant Brown is escorted by his mom, Carrie Brown, and his dad, Gerald Brown. Shakari Buxton is escorted by his mom, Tanisha Buxton, and his dad, Henry Buxton. Mike Carter, better known as Big Mike, is escorted tonight by Coach James Gore. Joe DeLauder is escorted by his mom, Haley DeLauder, and dad, Scott DeLauder. John Henley is escorted by Coach Robbie Morgan. Gerald Jackson is escorted by his mom, Chandra Jackson, and his sister, Janae Jackson. Micah Jackson is escorted by his mom, Kashindra Jackson, and his dad, Michael Jackson. Eli Gerard is escorted by his mom, Melissa Gerard, and his dad, Joseph Gerard. Cortez Jones is escorted by his grandpa, Eric Lanham. Bryson Mealing is escorted by his mom, Robin Mealing, and his dad, Wallace Mealing. Travis Rice is escorted by his mom, Darlene Freeman. Terry Richburg is escorted by his mom, Valeria Richburg, and his dad, Terry Richburg Sr. Blake Robinson is escorted by his mom, Stacy Robinson, and his dad, Charles Robinson. Mike Thomas is escorted by his mom, Katrina Thomas, and his dad, Michael Thomas. Jordan Wilburn is escorted by his mom, Christine Wilburn, and his dad, Ronnie Wilburn. Bryce Williamson is escorted by his mom, Joanne Williamson, and his dad, Paul Williamson. These are your varsity senior football players and their families. Your senior cheerleaders. Samantha Arias is escorted by her mom, Anna Arias, and her dad, Alejandro Arias. Jalen Curry is escorted by the parents, Catherine and Marlo Curry. Tiara Missy is escorted by her mom, Christina Missy. Brianda Moody is escorted by Mom Michelle Haynes. Michelle Haynes and Dad Anthony Moody Sr. Kendra Sterling is escorted by Mom Christine Benjamin. Your Jacket Regiment, Trey Beck, is escorted by Sil and Ken Beck. Anthony Colafrancesco is escorted by Laurie and Tony Colafrancesco. Colin Donson is escorted by Michelle and Jim Donaldson. Hope Dunbar is escorted by Giovanna and Russell Dunbar. Rockwell Elzer is escorted by Kathy Sudeikis and Ed Elzer. Claudia Elvira is escorted by Daniel and Susanna Elvira. Kenny Evanson is escorted by Carrie Mahmood. Dakota Hale is escorted by Alicia and William Parks. Lane Hall is escorted by Summer and Tony Hall. Darian Ingram is escorted by Ebony and Charles Ingram. Emma Leopard is escorted by Teresa Larson and Kevin Leopard. Alex McCabe is escorted by Yolanda and Brian McCabe. It's escorted by his mom, Dawn Beaver. Dakota Hale is escorted by his parents, Alicia and William Park. Abby Shadler is escorted by her mom, Jolie Shadler, and her dad, Jeff Shadler. Jordan Vogt is escorted by his parents, Lisa and Sean Smith, Chris and Tabitha Vogt. Your seniors, 2020 North Augusta High School.
help in the run game. For the most part, I thought our defensive guys did a really good job. But, I told our kids after the game that the two things that we need to fix that we're not doing really well right now is blocking and tackling. So we've been in shorts all year, shorts and girdles, just because with COVID, we can't keep everything clean, and we don't want, cloth to sit in the locker room and have a chance of, getting a kid infected. So we hadn't been doing that, but we passed out practice pants on Monday, and we went full gear Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and we'll do that for the remainder of the year.
And that's the first time you guys have been able to do that all year, right?
Yeah, first time we've gone full gear with knee pads and everything at practice all year, because we've had 3 really physical practices these last three days. First 10 minutes of practice every day is competition. We're doing good on good. 1-on-1, O-line, D-line, 2-on-2 receivers, DBs, 3-on-3. So we're doing that every day now. Man Monday, tackle Tuesday, and win Wednesday is what we're doing. So much more physical practices this week.
Can you give us an injury update on a couple of the players? I know Jakari Buxton. Well, you just told us he's going to be back this week.
Yeah, he's back this week.
Obviously you guys feel good about him going.
Don't carry it 25 times, but we're gonna slowly bring him back into the fold. Try to get him between 7 and 10 touches tonight, and then get Curry in there some, and Christian Jackson. And then, Drew is still out this week. They're thinking he's going back to see a doctor Monday. He could possibly be back as early as next week. But we brought up a freshman kicker. Baylor Furness is going to handle our kickoffs right now and our extra points. And then, Grayson's going to continue to work there. But Baylor, all he's focusing on right now is field goal and extra points, and kicking off.
So Furness will take over those duties starting tonight?
Okay.
Yeah,
start tonight. Yeah, right. He's done a really good job at practice. We put him in some pressure situations in practice. We're doing a field goal, and I said, all right, here's the deal. If you make the field goal, you're good. But if you miss the field goal, every one of these varsity players are doing up downs except you. So I said, that puts pressure on you. So now you feel kind of the pressure that you feel on Friday night kicking in front of a home stadium. And he said he made it. So the boys loved him for it. So he's done a good job. There's some growing pains, but again, he's a freshman. He's gonna be a really good little kicker. We just got to get him stronger in the weight room. But he's done a good job this week with us. Sim Henry is not going to be able to play this week. He's played a little bit last week at outside backer and safety. He hurt his ankle. He won't play this week. And then Mike Carter had a concussion several weeks ago, and then came back and hurt his knee. We're thinking we may get him back next week or the week after that. So we've got a Makai Bosket had a concussion. He had 2 last year. A backup defensive back. So he's out probably for at least another week.
It's a banged up football team right now.
Yeah, we're banged up, and a couple of guys got dinged a little bit at practice this week, but the rest of the guys are probable to play tonight. They all went through walkthrough. Walkthrough for us is when we're going full speed, but we're not contacting. We're just in shorts, t-shirts, and helmets. So we're throwing, running, coverage, and cover, special teams, all that stuff in our 7 a.m. Walkthrough. So all of those guys moved really well today. So 2 or 3 guys that got hurt this week at practice, we think they'll be fine tonight.
Well, still a couple of weeks before the playoffs start, so hopefully some of these guys can start healing up over the next 2 weeks. I know that's what we're all banking on. So last thing I want to get to, Aiken, obviously a program trying to return to Providence and get it turned around. They've struggled. COVID has halted their season and a lot of their progression. Your thoughts on the Hornets and some of the challenges they may provide to you guys tonight?
Well, they've got a really good defensive line.
Good evening, and welcome to our guest from Aiken. As Winston Churchill once said, no one ever finds life worth living, but one has to make it worth living. We do this by learning to focus on each and every day as an opportunity to build the life we want. Skip a day and you lose momentum, try to do it all at once and you'll burn out.
Making a life worth living means realizing that the past is the past and accepting that you don't need to take old baggage with you to the new day. Our words, thoughts, and intentions and actions are our best hope, comfort, building blocks, and assurance for tomorrow.
Tonight we honor and recognize our seniors as they prepare to close one chapter and begin another. As you start a transition from one adventure to the next, remember to make the most of each day while you have it. Whether that's by slowing down and savoring each moment or pushing yourself harder to be better. Your time is not past and is not yet to come, but right now and right here.
Welcome to Yellow Jacket Country!
Followed by the playing of the Grand Old Flag. We'd like to recognize tonight our chain crew. Mr. Tim Bell, he's been on the chains for 30 years this year. Larry Anderson, Gene Jennings, Bobby Williams, and Mike Markwalter. Thank you, gentlemen, for all of your service in Yellow Jacket football games.
Good evening and welcome to North Augusta High School football from the Jackets Nest in North Augusta, South Carolina. Tonight's head-to-head action under these Friday night lights will see the North Augusta Yellow Jackets face off with Aiken High School in what will be a great lineup leading into the playoffs. The North Augusta Yellow Jacket Club is proud to present tonight's entire broadcast and the remaining playoff games, if there are any, right here from the press box. I am your production host, Brad Pond, class of 1991. I'll be supporting the team, and I'm joined by our all-star sports broadcast. Don Barkley is our audio production engineer, drone pilot, and cinematographer at large. Another production engineer and North Augusta alumni on the roof tonight is Mr. Chuck Mercier. Taylor Davis, recent North Augusta graduate, is working the TriCaster and the instant replay booth. Our team is complemented by the voice of the North Augusta Yellow Jackets, Coach Rod Greenway, who calls the shots on the PA and will be master of ceremonies throughout the night. Of Of course, our friends Rick Meyer and Jason Lynn are on the WGAC broadcast already in progress. We will only make a few announcements and pivots throughout the night to allow the WGAC feed and our amazing camera work to tell the story. Tonight's broadcast will be available on Saturday on the North Augusta Yellow Jacket homepage at nayellowjacketclub.com. If you're appreciative of this broadcast, we'd appreciate to do it again. And so we would appreciate any donations to help us be well funded and repeated. Please consider making a donation from the homepage. Let's kick this over to Jason and Rick, already in progress, as the captains are taking the field.
When you think about Aiken,
right. Well, he's kind of like Coach Brian. He's trying to change culture over there, and it takes time. A lot of things have gone on over at Aiken. A couple of coach changes the last couple of years, but he's really hanging his hat on this freshman class. They won the county championship last year at Schofield, blew everybody out. Like I said, 10 freshmen on the team. One of his better players, middle linebacker, is going to make a ton of tackles tonight as a freshman, and the secondary is filled with freshmen. So that's going to be some learning on the go. But they definitely got talent.
Captains meeting at midfield for North Augusta. Captains number 75, Joe DeLauder. Number 66, Grant Brown. Number 6, Jakari Buxton. Good to see him back dressed out, the senior who's been phenomenal for North Augusta his last 3 seasons. And number 9, Grayson Bridgers. Soon as the Aiken players become a little bit more visible, I'll give you those. But getting back over to Aiken, defensively, they're almost giving up 31 points a game. Struggle getting off the field, really. They got a couple of guys, though, on that defensive front that can be very disruptive on that side of the ball. Linebacker Jaden Fuller, and then defensive end Zachary Bailey. I mean, you heard Coach Bryant talk about how good their front 7 is. So North Augusta's got to come. They got to block well. We've seen North Augusta throw a lot of screens, so they're gonna, we're gonna find out if that Aiken linebacking core can run to the football, because North Augusta throws it out in the perimeter quite a bit.
Well, it's a numbers game, Jason, and we read the numbers. And if it's 2 guard and 3, we're going to throw the ball out there. If it's 3 on 3, we're gonna have numbers in the running game. So it's up to the quarterback to read it, and our guys to make the blocks and make the right plays.
And for North Augusta, it's just about getting better every week on offense. They feel like they've left a lot of points on the field the last couple of weeks. Junior Austin Harrell has put together a very solid 2020 campaign with over 1,000 yards passing, 6 rushing touchdowns. He's distributed the ball to several different players, Bridgers, Wilburn, Jones, amongst some others. And then defensively, let's get him back to offense right quick. Jakari Buxton comes back, so that's going to be able to help take a lot of pressure. You talk about pass protection, a guy who's been in the system for 3 years. Well, not Coach Bryant's system, but he's been playing football at varsity level for 3 years.
Absolutely. A ton of experience, like you said, picking up the blitzes. Aiken shows a lot of different blitzes, a lot of different fronts. And also he can catch the ball well out of the backfield.
That's right. I wouldn't be surprised if Aiken plays a lot of man-to-man tonight, too. With the athletes they have on that, they probably, like you said, they bring a lot of blitzes, a lot of different looks. Coach Page is a very aggressive type of a coach. That's the mentality he brings on defense. North Augusta's really clamped down, been stingy. Although they will be without Chase Tillman for the rest of the season. That was a big blow. We thought we had some encouraging news last week. Wasn't so encouraging. Going to miss the rest of this year. He's a 3-sport guy. Not sure about those other ones, Tony, but talk about how much that could impact this defensive line.
Just a tough blow, because you knew teams weren't able to run on his side. There's a lot of pressure coming from his side on the quarterback. He's just hard to block. Just a great young man, and I know him well. I know he's going to bounce back stronger than ever when he has the opportunity.
Several guys have had to step in, Peyton Chavis amongst some others, and really it's just going to be by committee. Got to come in and try to fill those shoes, although they're awfully big. Donovan Brown, the senior linebacker, leads the team in tackles, 43, intercepted a pass last week against Midland Valley. Bryson Mealing, who really plays 3 ways, defensive line, offensive line, and punter, is 3rd in tackles with 36, has a team-high 8 for loss. He's been a very key player on that defensive line. And then the special teams continues to improve as they await for Drew Stevens. Keys to tonight's game, containing Antavius Lawton, making him one-dimensional. Stretch the field offensively. I think North Augusta's missed some shots down the field. I know they want to be able to take the lid off the top of the defense, and then put the game away early. Last week, North Augusta could not put away Midland Valley as we kick it off. North Augusta won the toss and elected to kick it off, and they started off the same way they did last week, a little pooch kick to the right side about 15 yards. Nearly, I think Eli Gerard nearly caught that one out of the air, or Grayson Bridgers, one of the two.
I think they're going to get a flag on the play there, Jason. we didn't give their guy an opportunity to catch the ball because it was in the air. We hit him a little early. We actually recovered the ball, but I think it's going to be a 15-yarder to start the game. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, I like the aggressive play. You saw it. I think it was an intentional onside last week. Maybe, try to catch him by surprise. You got to be watching film if you're the other team. North Augusta will sneak one in on you. When you ain't got a kid that can drive it into the end zone, why not, right?
That's right, because you don't give up any return yards. They're going to get it, at a certain place without the chance of return.
That's exactly right. So it's a calculated risk, no doubt about it. But they're going to get a little bit better field position because of the penalty, like you said, and they're actually going to start in North Augusta territory at the 45 after that penalty. So that's a big one. Aiken in all white with those green numbers. North Augusta with that new old look, I will say. Gold helmets, gold pants, black jerseys, and the white numbers. Aiken starts 1st and 10 from their own, or from the North Augusta 45-yard line. Takes a snap, a little jet sweep around the right side. Good blocking as he gets it down to about the North Augusta 41-yard line. That was number 1, Delvin Hill. And that's actually not Antavius Lawton at quarterback. They had him listed at the quarterback, but he did not get the start. So let's key in and see who that is at quarterback for Aiken. It's actually number 16, Luke Hanna. A junior quarterback, goes 6'2", 185, so a good-looking specimen for the Hornets, and maybe they use Antavius Lawton in some other areas.
Yeah, I just have to find out. I'm not sure on that one, Jason.
Ball at the North Augusta 41-yard line. Hanna in a pistol. 2 receivers to the left. Big package. North Augusta loads the box. They bring a man in motion. They turn and give it around the right side. More good blocking around the right side as he's going to pick up about 5 yards, about a yard shy of the first down. That was Furian Terry, another junior running back, 5'6", 160. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 2 for the Hornets offense. Going toward the North Augusta scoreboard, right to left as we look at it. 3 down linemen for the Yellow Jackets. Hanna in the gun. Terry straight behind him. Same formation as 2nd down. 2 receivers split out wide to the left on the strong side of the field. Hanna with a hard snap count. Now they're going to change the play. North Augusta with the 1 safety over the top. Now it looks like Aiken's going to have to take a timeout and talk this 3rd down over. We'll take one with them. 10:28 to go in the opening quarter. 3rd down and 2 for the Hornets offense. When we come back, you're listening to the Yellow Jacket football on WGAC.
Hi, friends.
If you're interested in listening on the radio, 95.1 AM 580. Jason Lynn and Tony Harrell on the radio tonight.
Third down and 2 at the North Augusta 37-yard line. Hanna in a pistol. They bring a man in motion. They turn and they're going to give it. And it was a really delayed handoff to Terry around the left side. North Augusta penetrates the backfield and drops Terry for a loss all the way back at the 40. Loss of 3. Bryson Mealing, who leads the team in tackles for loss. That's his 9th one of the season.
Surprising play call here, Jason. They pulled the guard and the tackle, and just a slow developing play on a 3rd and 2. You thought they would just try to hammer it right at us. So
right, not allow that defensive line to be able to penetrate the backfield. And sometimes when you have those slow developing plays, you're asking a lot of your offensive line to hold blocks, and sometimes it's a little bit too long. And North Augusta is very quick. They're not the biggest team on the defensive line, but they're quick, and they do a good job of scheme with first-year defensive coordinator Jason Hatcher. Aiken will punt it away. Good snap. His own 50 puts the foot to it. He drives this one perhaps a little bit too far, as this one's going to go about 2 yards deep in the end zone and out the back, and that'll be a touchback. And with 9:29 to go in the opening quarter, North Augusta will trot out on offense, and we'll have our first look at the night. A junior quarterback, Austin Harrell, who's gone over 1,000 yards last week in passing, did the juniors, got a 6-yard rushing touchdown campaign going so far this year, too, although the only game we've really seen him run it a lot for extended carries was at South Aiken, and we know that Coach Bryant loves to implement the quarterback run in that, but it's been a little bit up and down in that department as far as asking the junior Harold to do that. Play action, and this time right on cue, Harold keeps it around the left side, and he's going to have a 6-yard carry out to the 26 before he's brought down. Well, that didn't last long, did it?
No, it looked like he was going to take a shot downfield and had safety help over the top, so he was able to tuck it and get a few yards.
6-yard pickup for Austin Harold. 2nd down and 4 coming for the Yellow Jackets. Ball spotted on the left hash, going away from the scoreboard. With the Augusta offense looking to the sideline. Now they got the one they want. Trips to the right side of the field. One receiver to the short side. Takes a snap. Gives it to Buxton, who is back after a couple of weeks out. He's going to get it out closer to 30 and very close to a first down. I think he had enough to get it. A tackle was made on the far side of the field by Zachary Bailey, a senior, but not before Buxton was able to pick up first down yardage. And I tell you, I know North Augusta fans and the team is happy to get Jakari Buxton back.
Absolutely.
8:30 to go over the opening quarter. No score. Aiken had great field position on their opening drive, but they stalled. Now they roll a pocket to the right. Harold throws it out the right side with Taylor Washington. Gets upfield, has a block from Wilburn, and he's going to be pushed out the near sideline at about the 37-yard line. Pickup of 7, and North Augusta will screen you and screen you and screen you. And that's just an extension of that run game, but you cannot sleep on the back end of that defense because they will throw that screen and go, as we've seen a lot this year. If you cannot block, you have no place playing wide receiver on this football team. That's one of the staples for Coach Bryant. It's offense. 2nd down and 3. We approach the 8-minute mark here in the opening quarter. They hand it around the left side with Washington. Cuts up, gets another great block. Oh, Cortez Jones springs him free on the far side of the field, and Taylor Washington with more first down yardage out to the 47-yard line. He picked up 10 more yards there on that completion. And we talked about Taylor Washington earlier today with Coach Bryant, and he is really pleased with his progression. He thinks he's going to be a special football player for North Augusta, like a DeJuan Bell type of a player.
Had a great game last week. He's looking to start this week just the same. 2 catches for 17 yards already.
1st and 10, Jackets their own 47. They're going to go fast here. They bring Washington in motion again, and they hand it off Buxton. Good job of penetrating up front there from that defensive line of Aiken. And Aiken hasn't won a football game in 2 years, but you would never know because they have massive size across the board. I mean, they never lack in that size.
No, they got some really good-looking athletes on the field right now.
No gain on the play. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10. 3 receivers split out to the strong side of the field, 1 to the left. Takes the snap, play action, good pocket. Going to throw it down the seam. Got Taylor Washington there, and it is. Did he catch it? He did. The helmet came off, but Washington in traffic. Harold threw a strike right down the right hash and split the defense. Boy, had he waited any longer, it was going to be a tough catch for Washington. Already was a tough catch, but they get big yardage down to the Aiken 21-yard line.
26 yards on the play, Jason. Good pass and catch.
Big pickup there from junior to sophomore Harold to Washington. North Augusta in business, 1st and 10 at the Aiken 21-yard line. 3 receivers now. Buxton shifts to the right side. He's going to get the carry, and once again, Aiken blows it up in the backfield. Going to drop Buxton for a 2-yard loss.
Buxton, your ball carrier. Drop behind the line. Number 2 on stop.
Jaden Fuller, a freshman. Inside backer, 5'10", 195. Good-looking player for the Hornets. Gets the stop, and it's going to bring up 2nd down and 12 with 6:45 to go here in the opening quarter. No score. North Augusta on the move on their first drive. They're in the pistol. They bring Bridgers in motion. Give it to Buxton. Big hole up the middle. This time he picks his way into the second level. Gets it down inside the 15 to the 14. Pickup of 8 yards there. Good job right there in the middle of the offensive line of creating a little lane there for Buxton, the senior, and he got 8.
We had good motion with the wide receiver there, and the linebacker kind of went out a little bit and opened a big hole for us. 3rd
down, a long 3 for the Yellow Jacket offense. man-to-man coverage on the far side of the field with Wilburn. 2 safeties, about 7 yards, 8 yards off the line of scrimmage. Pressed on the near side. They turn and give it to Buxton again, and he's going to be short of the first down. I think he got maybe a yard and a half or 2, and he's still a yard shy. Interesting to see what North Augusta does here. You would think they're going to go for it without their normal kicker and Drew Stevens. They did bring up a freshman this week, but probably not going to ask him to come in this situation, 4th and 1. So far, North Augusta's had a little bit of trouble blocking that defensive line up front for Aiken. 4th and 1, Jackets going to go for it. At the 12, they bring Bridgers in motion. They turn, just a give right up the middle to Buxton. Puts the pads down and drives forward down inside the 10 to the 9. 3-yard pickup, and that's a North Augusta first down. Just smash mouth football right off left guard. Right behind Brooks Jennison. And he plows the way in North Augusta's 1st and goal at the 9-yard line as we approach the 5-minute mark. Great drive going here for the Yellow Jackets. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. 2 in the backfield, that's Washington and Buxton. Buxton flips out on the left side. Harrell going to be flushed out to the right, looking, firing on the run, and it looks like he just threw it away out of the right side of the end zone. Smart decision there for the junior. Going to bring up 2nd down and goal now. Roll to the short side of the field. Didn't have anything there. Just throw it away.
Just throw it away on 1st down. You got 2 more downs.
$4:50 to go in the opening quarter, no score. Harrell looks to the sideline for the play. He's got 2 receivers, Wilburn and Bridgers in the left slot. That's Cortez Jones actually next to Bridgers, and Jordan Wilburn down here on the right side. Roll the pocket to the left, fire on an out route to Bridgers, makes a move with the 5, stretches, and he got there. Touchdown, North Augusta. Chalk up 6 for the Jackets. A little 5-yard out left side with Grayson Bridgers. The outside backer overran the tackle. Bridgers turned it back inside and scored with contact around the 1-yard line, and North Augusta's on the board first.
12 plays, 80 yards. Nice first drive of the game.
What a drive. Baylor Furness, his first extra point as a member on the varsity. Austri will hold. Good snap, good hold. Furness's kick is up, and it is good as he sneaks it inside the left upright. North Augusta draws first blood. 4:43 to go, opening quarter. Yellow Jackets 7, Aiken Hornets 0. Hornets on offense. When we come back, you're listening to Yellow Jacket football on News Talk Radio WGAC.
The Posey family has deep ties to North Augusta High School.
Stephen Posey, class of 66.
Nancy, class of 69.
Melissa, class of 92.
Walker, class of 95.
Liz, class of 2002.
Thayer, class of 2020.
At Posey's, we believe living life means different things to different people, and having a loving event of some kind is important to not only celebrate a life well lived, but to help you feel the support of your community.
Visit us at poseycares.com.
North Augusta High School football is on News Talk and Information, WGAC.
4:43 to go in the opening quarter. North Augusta gets on the board.
Kicking off with the Jackets.
Man that we thought was going to play quarterback here tonight, but they got him lined out at receiver.
Yeah, just a good athlete that can move all over the field, so expect the ball in his hands sooner or later.
2nd down and 10 coming for the Hornets. Ball on the right hash near their bench as they go toward the scoreboard. 2 receivers to the short side of the field. 1 H-back for the Terry gets the carry around the left side. Great cut. Sticks his left foot in the ground, turned it back inside, and got himself about 6 yards out to the 31-yard line before he is brought down in the middle of the field.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to keep running wide, but like you said, we had one outside defender. He stuck his foot in the ground and nice open field tackle.
Gets Aiken into a manageable 3rd down and 4 here as we wind down under the 4-minute mark here in the opening quarter. North Augusta leading at 7-0. 3rd and 4 for the Hornets. Hannah in the gun, turns and gives it to Terry, left side. He's tripped up, had some room, but Peyton Chavis, who's played well in the place of Chase Tillman, and Chavis made the stop there.
You know, once again, Jason, they pulled the guard. It just looks like the guard is not leading up in the hole quite fast enough, and it's allowing our penetration to stop the play before it gets started.
And Chavis may not be quite, obviously, as explosive as Chase Tillman and as powerful, but he certainly tackles well.
He's going to be a really good football player. Coached him on B team last year. The kid's got a great motor, got a knack for the football, and he's going to make a lot of plays here over his 4 years.
Called his name a lot last several weeks. Good snap as Aiken will punt it away, end-over-end kick. Takes a big Aiken bounce. It's going to roll all the way down inside the 10, and that's – you know, if there's one weakness, North Augusta's got to figure out a way to come up and catch that football. That thing rolled an extra 30 yards.
You know, like you said, it bounced on about the 30 there, Jason, and ended up on the 5-yard line.
And all the way down to the 5. Yeah. Great kick, and they got a big kicker, too. We'll get the number on him next time. I could not tell what number that was punting, but great job for the Hornets, pinning North Augusta all the way down at the 5-yard line. Well, they had an 80-yard drive last time. Now they got it on the 5.
We also have a flag here up around the 37-yard line. Not sure what the
sideline warning, maybe
the flag's going to be. We're fixing to find out. You know, I didn't. Personal foul. Don't know what it was, but they called us for a personal foul. You know, with that penalty being from half the distance, we're only going to go back 2.5 yards.
So that one's going to be on North Augusta and back them up just inside the 3-yard line. Harrell about 1.5 yards deep with Buxton standing next to him. Takes a snap. They're going to throw it out of the end zone. Roll to the right. Flag comes in. Fires on the runs. Got Wilburn at the 15 who makes the catch. But check the flag. It's down at the 10-yard line. Tackle was made by Delvin Hill. But another flag down. Let's see what the call is. 2:44 to go in the opening quarter. North Augusta 7. Aiken nothing. This is going to be holding on Aiken. Penalty's going to be declined, and North Augusta's going to have a first down out of that. So a 13-yard pickup for the Yellow Jackets. And they get the first down regardless of the holding penalty.
One thing I've noticed about Coach Bryan all year, he's not afraid to throw the ball from any spot on the field.
2 receivers to each side, 2 safeties split wide. Jackets go left to right. As we look at it, ball in the 15, they bring Washington in motion. They fake it with him, look like a busted play. Harrell just going to have to keep it himself, and he's hit from behind. He did get it back to the line of scrimmage, but number 56 56, rather. I apologize. That's Jabori Drinks, a sophomore, 6'3", 270. Wow. Man, that's some good size for a sophomore. He makes the hit from behind. Busted play there. Nothing you can do. Harold just had to get what he could.
Yeah, I don't know if he missed the handoff on the jet sweep there or the running back won, but he looked confused for a second, and he paid the price for it.
Well, this offense, obviously North Augusta is still learning it. A lot of timing stuff.
Oh,
so everything, the snap's got to be all timed in. And so obviously chemistry and timing are a big deal. As DJ Curry checks into the game, Harold throws a ball far left side, jumps up in the air, makes the catch. That's Cortez Jones on the far side of the field. That was a long throw made from the right hash to the far numbers on the boundary as Cortez Jones climbed the ladder, made the catch, and North Augusta gets first down yardage with Cortez Jones all the way out to the 32-yard line. Pickup of 17. That was one of the stronger throws we've seen Harold make. That's a hard throw to make from far hash to the far numbers. North Augusta with another first down. And looks like we may have a timeout on the field. This one's going to be taken by North Augusta. We will take one with them. 1:16 to go opening quarter. North Augusta 7, Aiken 0. Jackets will remain on offense when we come back. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Football on WGAC.
During these uncertain times, everyone is looking for certainty.
North Augusta at their own 32. This drive started at the 2.5. Fake the handoff. He throws it right side. Oh, it probably should have been intercepted. Number 23, Atarius Johnson, a junior, broke through, read that screen, and North Augusta got away with one there as Johnson had it in his hands, and he might score had he caught it, but instead it harmlessly falls to the turf as Aiken was in the playbook on that one.
Well, one thing there you read, Jason. If we miss the block, it's a free play for the defense to get a pick. But at the same time, when coach sees that defensive back cheating in so hard like that, we will screen and go before long.
2nd down and 10. North Augusta retains the possession. Ball on the left hash. They bring Washington in motion across the formation. They're going to give it to Buxton, that's actually DJ Curry right up the middle, out over to 35 to the 37. Pick up a 4 on the play. Going to bring up 3rd down and a long 5 now for North Augusta. Curry was out last week. It's good to have him back. North Augusta returning some depth at that position. They go pretty deep with Jackson, Curry, and Buxton. Harrell takes a snap on 3rd and 5, looking, going to throw it far right side, and it's caught. Good catch, good throw, Harrell. Good confident throw from the pocket as Grayson Bridgers was working on an out route toward the North Augusta sideline. He caught it and got it out to the 49, a pickup of 12 on the play for North Augusta. And that's another 1st down, the 3rd throwing 1st down from Harrell on this drive. First down and 10 for the Yellow Jackets on their own 49-yard line. They bring Curry around to the right side, and now they're going to bring Bridgers in motion. They flip it to him on an end around on the short side of the field. Good blocking. North Augusta gets it down into Aiken territory to the 42. A pickup of about 9 on the play. Hill on the stop with Simmons for the Hornets. Going to bring up 2nd down and 1 with 15 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Looks like North Augusta might want to try to run one more play. Pistol look. Curry the back. They fake it with him. Harrell looking. They're going to flush him out to the left side. They're coming on him, and he throws it. And good job of getting it away. Tried to hit Donovan Brown out in the left flat and avoided the sack and the big loss in North Augusta. That will be the final play of the opening quarter. North Augusta 7, Aiken 0. Jackets will be 3rd and 1 at the Aiken 42 when we come back to start the second quarter.
Professional service you get at Parks. Place your orders for prescription refills online and get them delivered to your home, or use our convenient drive-thru window for families on the go. Plus, we offer specialty compounding for you and your four-legged critters. We have a showroom full of fashionable medical equipment for an independent life and items as unique as you are. So make Parks Pharmacy your family pharmacy in convenient downtown North Augusta.
They bring Washington in motion. They throw a screen left side with Cortez Jones. Great block by Bridgers. Springs forward. Jones breaks a tackle to 35 down the near sideline. Inside the 15. Actually, they're going to have him marked at the 14-yard line. A pickup of 28 yards on the screen. Great block on the near side of the field by Bridgers. And Jones was off to the races.
Great stiff Great stiff arm that time by Cortez to create some more lane to run.
Just underway here in the second quarter. North Augusta moving the football. This time on this drive that started on the 2.5, throwing it well. Harrell looks sharp tonight. First down and 10 at the Aiken 14. They turn and give it to big DJ Curry right up the middle, who plows his way down inside the 10 to the 8. Pickup of 6 yards. Johnson on the stop for the Hornets. Second down and 4. DJ Curry runs the football hard, north and south. And he's going to be a force for North Augusta for the next few years.
Absolutely, man. He's got everything you want in a running back, and he's getting tougher and tougher each week.
2 receivers to the short side of the field. 1 to the right. They toss it on the short side with Curry. Bounces it to the outside, and he gets tackled here on the near side. Number 5 on the stop, Rashad McMillan. He got it down to about the 5-yard line. Pickup of about 3 on the play. Going to bring up third down and less than a yard now for the Yellow Jacket offense with 10:50 to go here in the half. Buxton checks back into the game for North Augusta. Boyd is starting linebacker for North Augusta. He's in at that right H-back. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Boyd comes across the formation from right to left. Harrell turns, gives it to Buxton left side. He stretches for the plane, and they're going to say he's a little bit shy, but he did get the North Augusta first down. Show good explosion on that jump cut to the left side and nearly scored. See if they give him another chance here as he gets first and goal now at the 1-yard line. Harrell looking to the sideline for the play. North Augusta gashing Aiken with the run and pass right now on this drive. Harrell barking the signals. They're in the pistol. Bucks in the back. They bring Bridgers in motion. They turn and give it to Buxton right up the middle. Great penetration by that big defensive line up front, led by that freshman number 2, Jaden Fuller. 5'10", nearly 200 pounds, penetrates and drops Buxton for a 1-yard loss, and he may have even lost 2 back to the 3. Yep, they're going to have it marked back close to the 3-yard line. Going to bring up second down and goal. Very impressed with that freshman. Pistol look now. Official timeout on the field to check something. Looks like a sideline warning there on Aiken. Tough to get that when you're that far away. I mean, they're not even.
they're not even involved in the play.
Yeah,
the play's down by the goal line.
That's a tough one.
I mean, that's
a little bit ticky-tack, but we're ready to go. Second and goal from the 3. In the pistol, Harrell takes a snap, tosses it on the wide side of the field. Buxton tries to race, and Aiken just strings it out beautifully and makes the tackle on the far side of the field. Rashad McMillan, a senior linebacker, 6 feet, 190, runs down Buxton and forces a big loss of 6 on the play back to the 9-yard line. Just couldn't set the edge there. North Augusta couldn't and spring some open space for Buxton.
Yeah, we went from first and goal on the 1 to 2 plays later, third and goal on the 9.
2 negative plays created by that very talented defensive line for Aiken. Third down and goal at the 9. Harrell in the gun with 3 receivers left. Takes a snap, pump fake's going to throw. God, Bridgers wide open in the seam, and the ball was just delivered a little bit too tall. Bridgers couldn't climb the ladder and make the catch as Harrell had him open but missed him, and it's going to bring up 4th down and goal now for North Augusta at the Aiken 9-yard line. I know he'd like to have that one back.
He just missed him, had him wide open and threw it too high.
North Augusta, 4th and goal at the 9 with 8:41 to go in the opening half. Going to leave the offense on the field. 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Buxton, the lone back. Now they're going to flare him out in the left flat, looking. Going to throw us. Oh, actually, I thought he threw it. Harrell just going to have to pull it down. Throws it up in the air, and it is incomplete. No flags on the play. And that was probably an interference there on Aiken, but North Augusta is going to turn it over on downs, and bit disappointing there. 1st and goal from the 1. 2 negative plays created by Aiken. And then North Augusta missed on their next 2. And now they turn it over on downs. That's a big win there for Aiken's defense.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, we started that drive on our 2.5-yard line. It went 97 yards and kind of went backwards a little bit there, but we had a shot to get some points, and we didn't. Big win for Aiken.
8:38 to go, and that's a confidence builder there, but they got to be able to move the football on offense. So far, North Augusta has taken away anything they really wanted to do. They start from their own 9-yard line. Hannah flares. Oh, the ball is snapped. Hannah wasn't ready for it. It goes all the way back in the end zone, and he's just going to throw it away. And if that one did not get past the line of scrimmage.
That's a safety regardless.
This will be an interesting call. But number 4 was over there in the left flat. That may have saved Aiken. Hannah somehow picked it up about 9 yards deep, and it didn't look like there's going to be a grounding call. As Fuller, Terry was open in the left flat, but Hannah was certainly throwing the football away. I think he just, luckily, Terry was over there.
He threw the ball on the track, so that tells you how far he threw it away.
Yep. Well, that's 2 plays you can almost say Aiken got away with there. 2nd down and 10 nonetheless. From their own 9-yard line, Al Hannah running toward the sideline. Going to have to take another timeout to talk about things. And we'll take one with them. 8:29 to go here in the opening half. North Augusta 7, Aiken 0. Hornets back on offense when we come back. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Football on WGAC.
Hi, friends. This is North Augusta, Maryland.
Second down and 10.
Out there in that last drive, 1st and goal on the 1. Could not get any points out of that as Hannah throws it a little slant route over the middle. On the left side, they're going to have 1st down, yardage out to the 21-yard line. Pickup of 12 on the play. Good catch there. Got a couple after the catch. Matt Baskin on the hit and stop for North Augusta. 8:15 to go in the opening quarter. Opening half, rather. Aiken down 7-0. Hasn't done much offensively, but they've been able to create some disruption on that defensive line. Coach Bryan was raving about him. Wildcat look here for Aiken. That's number 5, McMillan, who takes the snap and just runs it around the right side, and North Augusta penetrates that. They got a player down there, Fuller. He's a little bit slow to get up.
You know, Jason, we did a really good job right there. Aiken subbed their Wildcat personnel, and we subbed the extra defensive linemen, so it was quick thinking by our defensive coaches just then.
Great job there. Good pickup for North Augusta, getting the right personnel in there to stop that, and no gain on the play for McMillan. 2nd down and 10.
Same personnel look.
And now there's another quarterback into the game. This is DJ Simmons. Actually, that's Terry with Simmons next to him. Terry going to take it out of the Wildcat and run it around the left side, and he's going to get a yard before he is brought down by Donovan Brown, who leads the team in tackles right now for North Augusta. And Terry only able to get a yard, going to bring up 3rd down and 9. Same type of a game we saw last week. Just North Augusta left some points out there on the scoreboard, and Midland Valley was kind of hanging around in the second half. And the more you can shorten up the game, the more these teams can kind of hang around.
That's right. We don't play a very fast pace of offense yet, so we eat up a lot of clock on our drives as well.
3rd down and 9 for the Hornets on their own 22. Hannah back into the game. They roll the pocket to the right side, looking for somebody to throw it to, firing on the run. That one's way too tall and incomplete. Intended for number 6, Braylon Staley. Eli Gerard was in the area And you're not going to find it too many times where Eli Gerard's not in a good spot for North Augusta on the back end of that defense. North Augusta is going to force a punt here. Third one of the night. And it is number 10, DJ Simmons, who will punt it away. Bombed one on his last one, pinned North Augusta at the 5.
Not only did he bomb it, he kicked it away from our return guy. He did a really good job last kick, so let's see how he does this
like
time.
To see Bridgers on a short kick run up and try to catch it. Those low line drive kicks tend to get those big bounces. Simmons stands at his own 10, puts the foot to it. Once again, a low kick, and Bridgers just lets it bounce and picks it up on the first bounce, makes a move. Now he's going to reverse his field to the North Augusta sideline, needs another block. 45, out across midfield, and to the 49 he goes. Good job of Bridgers picking it up on that first bounce and getting positive yardage across midfield. North Augusta will have great field position to come out and start their third drive of this half.
About 14 yards on the return, but he probably saved us another 20 if that ball would have kept bouncing.
You feel like this is a good area right here, maybe for a shot play. Look for North Augusta maybe to go up top here in this first play. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. 2 receivers to each side. Buxton is the back.
Wilburn's got one-on-one up on the top.
Harrell in the gun, takes a snap, pump fakes. They're looking for it. Harrell slides up in the pocket, and he's going to be dropped back at his own 49-yard line. They were looking to take a shot down the field, but a good job on the backside of the coverage for Aiken in the secondary. And Harrell just has to eat it, takes a sack, loses 2 yards back to the 49-yard line. Second down and 12, 5:45 and rolling here in the opening half. 7-0 North Augusta. Only touchdown and only points of the game came on a 9-yard touchdown pass from Harrell to Bridgers. They take the snap, roll the pocket to the left, coming up, avoids the sack, but not the second guy who drops him right back at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Harrell was able to get away from another negative play and gets it back to the line of scrimmage, and North Augusta's having a time protecting Harrell here on this drive.
At about the last 5 or 6 offensive plays, Aiken has really whooped us up front.
3rd down and 12 coming. Talented defense Aiken has. Takes a snap, Harrell looks left. Now he's going to slide up in the pocket, looking to throw a little lob. Caught! It's Cortez Jones. Great touch ball there in tight coverage, and Cortez Jones climbed the ladder, high-pointed it, and got upfield down to the 27-yard line. A pickup of 22 on the play for North Augusta. Harrell did a good job of manipulating, sliding up in the pocket, and giving Jones, a senior, a chance to go up and make a play, and he did. And they nearly got Harrell for another sack there. Jackets move the chains on 3rd and long. Now they're 1st and 10. Bad snap. Harrell handles it, gives it to Buxton around the left side, and turns and gets upfield down inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the play for the senior. Going to bring up 2nd down and 2. Aiken is not making it easy right now up front. North Augusta's offensive line having a hard time blocking this very talented defensive line.
Cortez Jones limped off on that one. I think he just might have twisted his ankle a little bit, but I think he'll be okay.
Shotgun Harrell, 2nd down and 2. They bring Taylor Washington in motion. They fake it up the middle. They flip it wide side with Washington. Gets the corner. He gets tackled on the far side of the field at the 13-yard line. Picks up 5 before he is brought down on the far side of the field by number 23, Atarius Johnson. But it's another 1st down for North Augusta. North Augusta has not punted it here tonight. They've had the football in the red zone 3 times, only 7 points to show for it so far. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right, takes a snap. They roll him to the left, looking, firing, back left corner. And that is Terry Richburg, who tried to go up with nearly no room in the back of the end zone. Ball was delivered a little bit too tall. That's where you want to miss it. If you want to miss long where only your receiver can make a play on it. It falls incomplete, going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Coverage on the back end with safety number 24, Berdarius Talbert. 3:22 to go in the half. 7-0 North Augusta. Pistol look here. DJ Curry checks into the game. They fake it with him. Harrell running around the left side. He's got room. 10, 5, touchdown. Austin Harrell, his 7th rushing touchdown of the season. Chalk up 6 for the Jackets. Harrell keeps it around the left side. Had a run pass option, and he scores from 13 yards out with 3:15 to go in the opening half. North Augusta leads it now 13-0. Baylor Furness, a freshman kicker who they brought up this week off of the extra point. The kick is up there, and it is good. So far, 2 for 2. Furness, unfazed by the pressure of playing in his first varsity game, comes in and pops through 2 PATs, something North Augusta struggled with the last couple of weeks. That's big.
Well, Grayson Bridger's got an excellent leg as a kicker, but when you're running as many routes as he does, a receiver,
no reps anywhere.
Punts,
yeah, that's right. It's a hard ask, and I think that they made a good move of bringing him up.
Right, to have this young guy come in and just do this one job for us has been really big tonight so far.
Good to see Austin Harrell bounce back from there. I know he missed a couple on the previous possession, but comes back, makes a nice run, and we know how tough Austin Harrell is. He probably wants to run it a little bit more than Coach would like. That time, it looked like more of a run-pass design with a lot of running room, and a good job of him reading that around the left side.
And he stuck his foot in the ground, and he got upfield, and, he hit the safety and carried him on in the end zone from the 2-yard line. So, really good run by Harrell. Big for the Jackets to get that score there, with 3 minutes to go in the half.
14-0. Bridgers will kick it off. He has resumed those duty hits. Is one of his best ones of the season. Drives it all the way down to the 2-yard line. Taken across the 20, and more good coverage there for North Augusta as Aiken will start 1st and 10 from their own 21-yard line.
I tell you, Eli Gerard didn't make the tackle, but he came flying down the field to make the guy cut back, and then a swarm of Yellow Jackets were able to get him.
He's not afraid to stick his head in there and get in the action, is he?
Not at all.
Aiken has been very stagnant here on offense tonight. When we talked about North Augusta's defense, they've had some bend but don't break type of moments. For the most part, though, they've really been a stingy defense for the better part of the season.
Oh, absolutely.
Aiken got 3 minutes to go before halftime to try to get some of this momentum. And this is our first look at Antavius Lawton. He's in at quarterback. Terry in the backfield with him. They bring a man in motion. Lawton just going to fake it and keep it himself. North Augusta hits him and drops him right at the line of scrimmage. Boyd tripped him up. And it looked like Gibson came in there and finished him off. Good job of Boyd, and he's another good-looking linebacker for North Augusta. No gain on the play, going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Yellow Jackets will get the football to start the second half. So if you're Aiken, you got to try to get some momentum here. And at worst case scenario, don't give it back to North Augusta.
Don't give it back to us with time and 2 timeouts, because we have shown the ability to come right down the field.
North Augusta has not punted. They've had 3 possessions. 2 of them have scored. Probably should have had a 3rd one, but Aiken had other plans on that second drive. Turn, they give it to Terry. Left side, North Augusta penetrates, drops him, creates another negative play, and it's going to bring up another 3rd down and long for the Hornets offense as North Augusta is going to take a timeout and save some of that time. They use their second one of the half, and they'll have 1 remaining. We'll keep it right here. 3rd down and 12 coming. And this is a problem for Aiken. If you can't win on 1st and 2nd down, I'm not sure. They've had a lot of success throwing the football down the field, but this is exactly where you want them if you're North Augusta's defense.
Yeah, absolutely, because they have not completed a ball downfield yet. They've had a couple 3rds and short that we've blown up in the backfield. They're only 3rd and long. He overthrew his receiver. Coach Bryant was quick with the timeout right there. He sees some time on the clock and wanted to get the ball back. So big 3rd down play. Incomplete pass will stop the clock for us, Jason. If they run it, I'm sure Coach Bryant will use his last time out to, stop the clock and get us at least about 2 minutes with the football. So big play here for both teams.
North Augusta with a 2-touchdown lead, 14-0. Catch all the action tonight on 95.1 FM, AM 580. If you can't catch us on the dial, then download the app, WGAC News Talk, and you can listen to us live streaming. Your phone, your computer. A lot of different options to catch the Friday night action. 3rd down and 12. Aiken going to stay conservative, going to give it to Terry around the right side and maybe make North Augusta use that last timeout, and they do. And I'm not sure. Maybe they had 2 left. I thought that was their 3rd one that they used, but North Augusta stops Aiken there on 3rd down, about a 4-yard carry for Terry, and it's going to bring up 4th and 7 now for the Hornets, and they're going to have to punt the football away, and North Augusta's got more than 2 minutes to go down and score.
Yeah, and that was our last timeout. We used a timeout earlier in offense when we didn't get lined up right, and then we just used 2 in a row there. So the scoreboard says we have 1 left, but we are out of timeouts with 2:06 going to half. But, with our offense, I think it's plenty of time to drive the field.
Let's take a quick 30-second timeout. It'll bring up 4th down and 7 when we come back here on WGAC. Aiken will punt it away. Cummings, a low line drive. It got the kick to turn over, and it's going to take another bounce all the way down to the North Augusta 27-yard line. So good job of DJ Simmons of flipping the field again for Aiken. And that was a big one for the Hornets. North Augusta with no timeouts, 1:55 to go. About to see a 2-minute offense here for North Augusta.
I think about 47 yards on that punt with no return. He's done a really good job punting the ball tonight.
Aiken got to help themselves out on offense. And only a few first downs tonight for the Hornets. North Augusta has just stymied anything they tried to do. Harrell in the gun on their own 27, going toward the scoreboard. Takes a snap, rolling to the left, firing down the left sideline for Bridgers. Tight coverage, incomplete. Had a tiny window to try to fit that one in there, too. Good coverage here on the near side by number 24, Berdarius Talbert, who was working against the speedy Grayson Bridgers. 2nd down and 10 coming for the North Augusta offense. Stick around for halftime. We'll get a region update, some scores from around the South. Carolina, that is. And we'll get an update here from the ball coach next to us on basketball season, which is just a few weeks away. Aiken shows blitz. They fake it, throw it left side. Oh, great block by Grayson Bridgers, who just took a man down at the 25-yard line. Number 23, Atarius Johnson, caught the wrong end of that one from Bridgers. And North Augusta got about a 5-yard pickup there with Cortez Jones. They're going to bring up 3rd down and 5 for North Augusta.
Man, it's key that we pick up those blocks. If not, that's an interception waiting to happen there. A great block by Bridgers. Come off holding his shoulder a little bit that time, but I think he'll be fine. He's a tough kid.
You want to see North Augusta, who's been very good on 3rd down tonight, convert this one, keep this drive alive and some momentum. I want to give Aiken another crack at it for half. They load the box up. They bring a man in motion. Harold takes a snap, slides up in the pocket, going to go right down the middle. Got a man out there. It is Wilburn who makes the catch at the 20 of Aiken and falls down as he caught it. North Augusta with a big chunk play here before halftime, and they're in business. 1st and 10 at the 21. $59-yard pickup there for North Augusta. Yellow Jackets 1st and 10 at the Aiken 21. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Harrell takes a snap, screen left side. Ooh, too tall and incomplete. Harrell was a bit juiced on that one and threw it incomplete, intended for Cortez Jones. Second and 10 now for North Augusta at the Aiken 21-yard line. Coach Bryant's been looking for more explosive plays in the passing game downfield. He's got a couple here tonight. That was a big one to possibly set up another touchdown there before halftime. They break down. Harrell rolls to the right, just going to keep it and run it out of bounds far side. That's close to a flag, but Harrell didn't fall down. Perhaps had he fell down there and did some acting, he might have drawn a flag.
Yeah, the guy definitely hit him out of bounds, but like you said, he was able to stay on his feet, so I guess the ref didn't think it was too bad.
4-yard pickup there. Good coverage in the secondary for the Hornets. And North Augusta's now 3rd down and 6 with 1:15 to go here at the Aiken 17-yard line. Harrell in the shotgun with 2 receivers to each side. They bring a man in motion. That's Michael Jackson. He's just going to throw a fade. Oh, he had Wilburn, who had 2 steps on his defender, Delvin Hill. It was a little slant and go. They tried to run on the short side of the field. Great route concept there, and a great job. It was a good touch ball, just barely threw it out of the reach of Jordan Wilburn. Harrell.
Pressure right in his face, and I think it made him throw it a little bit too far. He had Wilburn breaking open.
And it's going to bring up 4th down and 7 now. North Augusta's on a torrid pace of converting these 3rd and 4th downs so far in this one. Aiken shows blitz. They pick it up. North Augusta. Harrell's going to keep it on the left side. He might score. He will. Touchdown, North Augusta. Chalk up 6 for the Jackets, the front left corner of the end zone. Harrell didn't have anybody open in the secondary, kept it around the left side on 4th and 7, and a 17-yard touchdown run for the junior. Saw a big opening. How about the blitz pickup on the left side for North Augusta to really spring open that play?
Left tackle Joe DeLauder with an excellent block. Running back, I'm not sure, chipped also, and Harrell had a chance to make a move and score, and instead he ran into the cornerback and was able to still get in.
Furness's extra point sneaks inside the right upright. Good. The young freshman is 3 for 3 tonight, and North Augusta gets another touchdown, adding to that momentum that they hope to carry into halftime. But Aiken's going to have about a minute 2 here before halftime to try to get something back, and they're going to need something here quick because North Augusta scored 2 touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and they've opened it up here in the opening half.
Actually, that drive there, Jason, we got the ball with 2:06, so a minute and 4 of clock time, 70-something yard drive. The big play on that drive was the 59-yard reception by Wilburn. So good job out of Jackets of finishing this half off. It's going to make Coach Bryant happy.
1:02 here. If you're North Augusta, you just want to keep it out of the playmakers' hands and try to limit a big return here. They've got 1 timeout left.
I smell pizza up here, Jason.
Man, it is. It's about to get. It's going to get real good here in about the next 10 minutes. One of the more exciting times of our broadcast. 1:02, Jackets lead at 21-0. Oh, I thought the last kick was best. Grayson Bridgers drives one 5 yards deep. He was amped for that one. And he drives that one out of the back of the end zone, and it's going to be a touchback. So Aiken has really struggled offensively. North Augusta's caused all kind of problems. And, Aiken's really, with just a few first downs right here, hadn't been able to create any kind of explosive plays and get anything going offensively.
None at all. I think they've got 1 or 2 first downs for the game. And, we have gotten multiple first downs every drive. Like you said, we hadn't punted at all. We actually had the ball on 1 yard line and didn't score, so we should have 28. Offense has really moved the ball tonight.
They go empty. Antavius Lawton is the quarterback. They bring a man in motion. He fakes it. Lawton keeps it around the right side, and he's going to be hit and dropped. No gain on the play. North Augusta flew to the football. Peyton Chavis, Eli Gerard, and also Bryson Mealing in on the stop for North Augusta. With 45 seconds and rolling, Aiken probably just content to try to get this thing to halftime.
Yeah, they got to snap it one more time. That's all. I don't see them throwing the ball here. With only 1 timeout. Probably just be a run and play and take it to the half and try to make some adjustments.
They are going to have to snap it one more time. 10 on the play clock, 22 seconds on the game clock. Aiken got to hurry up here if they want to get this snapped without getting a penalty. 5 on the play clock, 4. They may not get it in time, and they're going to have to take a delay of game. Coach Page looking to one of the far side referees, officials, and asking for an explanation. May not have thought it reset quite like he wanted, yeah. And that play clock really evaporated pretty fast. And Aiken just wasn't lined up, and they're just going to take the penalty.
Yeah, I'm not sure he wanted to take a timeout there.
Not really much hurt there. North Augusta's out of timeouts, and all Aiken really has to do is just snap it one more time.
And then right when we say that, he did give him a timeout, but they still gave him the 5-yard penalty, it looks like. They had marked it off. So, interesting.
Worst thing that comes out of that is we have to wait just a little bit longer to take a bite of this this nice pizza that we're about to have here. So, but North Augusta's been all Jackets here in the first half. Really feel like they probably should be 4 for 4 on the drives. Left 7 points out, but 3 for 4 is not bad either. 75% touchdown rate here. What's been impressive to you in there in the first half?
Like you said, the touchdown rate, three out of 4 drives have been touchdowns. But Jason's been an 80-yard drive. We drove it almost 90-something yards the second time. We had a 70-something yard touchdown drive, and then the one time we had the short field, we had a 49-yard drive. So we've had some long drives to score points.
And how about the third down conversion rate for North Augusta tonight? Converting on third downs against this talented defensive line who's really looking to tee off on those pass rushing situations. They just flip it to Terry on a little sweep, and he's going to lose big yardage all the way back to the 15-yard line, and that will be the final play of the opening half. North Augusta with a 3-touchdown lead here. And how about the freshman, Baylor Furness, nailing all 3 PATs for North Augusta. Called him up this week, and young man's got to be beside himself. And his parents up here in the stands. He's done a great job of filling in for the injured Drew Stevens, who they hope to get back next week. But we all hope that he gets out as soon as he can. Got to get him healthy. North Augusta's a bit banged up right now, but you wouldn't know that by the scoreboard. They lead at 21-0 here at halftime. We'll give you some region scores and some other scores of local interest. When we come back, it's North Augusta 21, Aiken 0. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Football on WGAC.
Hello, Jackets Nest. My name is Chris Thatcher, owner of Polar Neck Heating and Cooling. In this unprecedented school season of COVID-19, we are delighted to be here among you supporting our beloved Yellow Jackets. My wife Shay and I are both graduates of North Augusta, as well as she taught here for a number of years. We have a daughter currently attending and is very involved in the athletics. We have 2 more coming down the pipeline in a few short years. It is our honor to be able to support the youth athletics in this town that we love and that has so greatly supported us through the many years. For that, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. If you ever have any heating or cooling needs, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We would love to be here to support you the way you have done us for the past 15 years. And without further ado, let's go Jackets! Sting them!
To make Parks Pharmacy your pharmacy. Everyone knows your name when you go in. You're going to love the personal and professional service you get at Parks. Place your orders for prescription refills online and get them delivered to your home. Or use our convenient drive-thru window for families on the go. Plus, we offer specialty compounding for you and your four-legged critters. We have a showroom full of fashionable medical equipment for implant life and items as unique as you are. So make Parks Pharmacy your family pharmacy in convenient downtown North Augusta.
And it helps get some of those kids that may not get as many minutes when these guys return.
Right. I mean, it just, like I said, it builds depth. I mean, it builds quality depth because you're putting kids in situations that they're normally not going to be in. And as a coach, I get to see how they respond to those situations. Okay, are they ready for the prime time, or do they need more seasoning with the JV? So, I have freshmen and sophomores playing in some varsity scrimmages here in the early parts of November. So they get thrown to the fire really quickly.
We're going to talk about a player real quick who has just made tremendous strides the last few seasons in your program. Talking about Colin, and talk about what you expect from him this year, his jump from his junior to senior year. What can we expect out of that explosive senior?
He finished the last half of last year at an unbelievable clip, averaging close to 18, 20 points a game over the last 10 games.
Low kick angled away from Bridgers, and it is going to be, oh, what a kick. Just barely snuck inside the right front pylon, and it'll be a touchback. And North Augusta will start 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. To start the second half, Austin Harrell with, how many yards did he have there in the first half again?
220 through the air.
220 through the air for Harrell. A couple of touchdowns on the ground. One from 13 and one from 17 yards out, and it's good to see him get it done through the air and with his legs. 3 receivers to the left side of the field. Jackets going to go right to left as we look at it toward the scoreboard. 3 receivers to the left side and 1 to the right. 2 safeties over the top in between the hashes for the Hornets. 3 down linemen. They show pressure off the edge. They're going to give it to DJ Curry right up the middle, who gashes Aiken right off the get-go, and he's going to get 25 yards all the way out to the 45-yard line. He had 3 carries for 14 yards there in the first half, and he was the one really lone bright spot from the running backs there in the first half as Buxton's trying to still get his legs back with him.
Best hole we had all night to run through there, Jason. So he untouched there for about 20 yards there, and a good run by Curry to start the half.
They show pressure off the right side. They're going to give it to Curry again. Makes a jump cut to the right side. There he goes into the secondary. Curry, 40, 35, and pulled down from behind at the 30-yard line. Another 25-yard carry. Lawton on the stop for Aiken, but that's back-to-back 25-yard carries for the sophomore DJ Curry. 50 yards just like that.
We talked at halftime about establishing the run, and we come out in the second half and we do it 2 plays straight.
They bring Washington in motion. They fake it with him. Harrell slides up in the pocket. Going to throw it down the middle. Got a man there. Touched. Oh, he dropped it. Wilburn had it. It was a touchdown. Maybe the best throw of the year from Harrell, and he put it right in stride to Wilburn. You don't see him drop those a lot, and he couldn't hang on to it. Oh, what a great pocket movement from Harrell, sliding up and making a great throw, and Wilburn just couldn't hang on to it, and they'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, maybe just took his eyes off of it. Like to see him come back to him here, and I know he'll make up for it.
2nd down and 10 coming for North Augusta. 2 receivers to each side. Corners are pressed on each side as well. Curry the back. Washington comes in motion across the formation left to right. Turns, going to give it to Curry. Right up the middle, just pulling defenders forward. Falls forward for about a 4-yard pickup. Going to bring up 3rd down and 6.
Definitely 2-down territory for us here, Jason.
10:45 to go in the third quarter. 21-0 Yellow Jackets. They have moved it all night on this Aiken defense. Robertson on the stop for the Hornets. 3rd down and 6. North Augusta has played fast in some portions of this game, but for the most part, taking their time on offense. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Harrell takes a snap, pump fakes, looking. Going to take a shot down the left side. He's got Cortez Jones out there, and that's going to be pass interference. It was close to being great coverage. Jones had a step, and he tried to turn around and find the ball over the back of the defender who he was working against. I believe that was number 11, Cedarius Anderson, another freshman corner for Aiken. And that was pretty good coverage, but he didn't get his head around and find the ball.
Yeah, the pass interference. So I think a touch underthrown there by Harrell.
Just a little bit.
Even a little bit more. I mean, he might score, but it was definitely interference.
Sometimes you can throw the ball a little bit more underthrown and work an interference call like that. You know what I mean? And it's, I mean, obviously that's not what you want, but
when
it can
when the defender's chasing
that's
like
exactly
that,
right.
he can't get his head around.
2 guys come in motion. That's Boyd and Curry. Here comes a third. That's Grayson Bridgers. Needs a block. Tries to find some running room. Does, and he's going to get out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. A pickup of 3 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7 now. 2nd down and 7, excuse me. Talbert and also number 24 on the stop for Aiken. See a lot of hands on the sides for the Aiken defense. They have been on the field a lot of this game. Offense just cannot sustain anything right now. And as talented as you are on defense, you know your offense got to help you out and sustain some drives. Otherwise, it's going to be a long night. Harrell turns, going to give it to Curry, who gets downhill, gets it inside the 5 to about the 4. Pickup of 6 yards, very close to a first down, but he's still going to be a bit shy. That's like a train coming through there. And he runs the ball and gets upfield very quick. And as he continues to develop, he's going to get stronger, he's going to get faster, and he's going to be a force for North Augusta over the next 2.5 seasons. And actually, he did get the first down. Thought he was a little bit short, but they're going to say he got it. And it's going to be 1st and goal for North Augusta just inside the 4-yard line. Curry, the deep back. Harrell bobbles a snap. Somehow it ends up in Curry's hand. And I think he got some positive yards down just inside the 2, 1.5 yards or so on the play. North Augusta gets away with one there. Not sure if Harrell was ready for that one. It bounced right off his hands and luckily right into the hands of Curry. And he got positive yards. 2nd and goal from the 2. Under 9 to go here in the third quarter. Now Harrell sneaks under center. Going to QB sneak it right off left guard. Did he break the plane? Waiting for the call. I thought he might have got in, but they're going to say he's a little bit short. 3rd down and goal from just inside the 1-yard line. Harrell trying to speed it up here, but sometimes you can go a little bit too fast, and a false start could be awaiting. Harrell going to sneak under center again. Another QB sneak. They try to time it up and jump over the pile. That time I think he got in, just waiting for him to clear the pile. He's got to be in the end zone, right? There it is. Touchdown, North Augusta. Chalk up 6 for the Jackets. Austin Harrell's 3rd rushing touchdown of the evening with 8:26 to go here in the third quarter. North Augusta now extends the lead 27-0. Not sure what took him so long to call that. It looked like he was about a half yard or a full yard into the end zone, but a lot of bodies on the pile, and as somebody down there for Aiken, it looks like right around the 1-yard line, maybe a cramp or something.
Looks like a cramp. Looks like they're stretching his calf muscle out there.
Yeah. So we'll take a quick timeout. Extra point coming for North Augusta when we come back here on WGAC.
Friday Night Lights. It's big here in the South. We love getting together with our friends and pulling for our favorite team, football. We're making memories every Friday night. Lifesaver restaurants are proud to be a part of this Southern tradition since 1965 and still serving up great home-cooked food for football fans. It's another year of award-winning fried chicken, mac and cheese, sweet tea, banana pudding, and Friday night football.
Hi, this is Chris Cunningham with Lifesaver. Come on in and get some tailgate food.
Don't forget the banana pudding.
When you went to the airport, didn't you?
Yellow Jackets football is on News Talk and Information, WGAC.
8:26 to go here in the third quarter. North Augusta leading at 27-0. They drive it all the way down the field, and Austin Harrell sneaks it in for his 3rd rushing touchdown of the evening. North Augusta continues to gash. And that time, how about DJ Curry on that drive?
Yeah, he had on that drive, he had 5 carries for 63 yards. So we really got the running game going on that drive.
And they are still tending to an Aiken player who must have a really, really bad cramp down there, and he's just getting up.
Yeah, you could tell how he's walking. That leg is still cramping on him. But they've
been
on the field
defense a lot.
all game.
Yeah, number 2, that's Jaden Fuller, a freshman inside linebacker. And you look at him walking off the field, and there's no way you think that guy's a freshman player. They have just got a roster full of talent. Baylor Furness on for the extra point, and I think they actually pronounced it Furness. Caden Usry will hold. Freshman's 3 for 3 tonight. Very impressive. He called up from the B team's first varsity game. Good snap, good hold. Furness, and that was probably his best kick of the night. That one he juiced through there. He got it. Extra points good. He's 4 for 4 tonight. 8:26 to go in the third quarter. North Augusta with a 4-touchdown lead. 28-0. The Hornets on offense when we come back here on WGAC.
During these uncertain times, everyone is looking for certainty. At True North Church, we invite you to consider the certainty that is found in Jesus. Join us this Sunday for our service.
Defense has suffered, and they've been on the field an awful lot here tonight through this first nearly 2.5 quarters. But this is their first shot here on offense in the second half as Grayson Bridgers, his last kick sailed to the back of the end zone. This one's a low squib kick taken by McMillan on the up. One of the up guys at about the 24-yard line. McMillan sheds one tackler, sheds another, and he puts a stiff arm out, and he's going to be finally brought down on the far side of the field. Good return there, great effort. And Aiken's going to have decent field position.
It was a heck of a catch by that kid.
That's a hard ball to be able to catch.
Coming at him.
Knuckling.
Good catch.
I think
a few tackles.
It could have been one of those look what I found type of catches, but certainly got to give him the benefit of the doubt. Coney got some score updates for us.
Another score from the Florence area, Myrtle Beach area. Wilson Tigers are up 12-10 on Myrtle Beach in the third quarter. So that's an upset brewing up there at Myrtle Beach. But they had a great team, great program. Still time on the clock.
That's exactly right.
Another team we were supposed to be playing here in a couple of weeks, AC Flores up 56-0 on Greer at the half.
On Greer?
On Dreer.
Oh, Dreer. Hannah going to take a shot down the left side. It's up there, and it is. Don't see the ball on the ground, and Terry Richburg, nope. Ball does fall. Richburg is beside himself. Thought he should have had that one. Great coverage there from Basket. They had him shelled on the far side of the field as Aiken tried to take a shot there on their first play from scrimmage here in the second half, and Richburg got over there and was able to break it up. 8:04 to go here in the third quarter. 28-0 Yellow Jackets leading it. Aiken second down and 10 from their own 33. As they've had 3 or 4 different quarterbacks line up under center tonight, and Hannah is back into the game. Terry in the backfield with him. Just 2 receivers at the short side of the field. North Augusta, 2 safeties over the top. That's Richburg and Gerard. Hannah going to throw a quick drag route over the middle. Caught it about the 39 and gets upfield out to the 45. And that's a pickup of 12 yards. That's good enough for an Aiken first down. That's number 9, Travis Taylor, a senior wide receiver, 6'3", 175.
Excellent move after the catch there to get a first down.
Just the dimensions and the height and weight you give on these Aiken kids is nothing short of impressive, at least from a view standpoint. 1st and 10, Aiken from their own 45. And this is probably the best spot they've had the football on the field since that first drive. They flare out. Terry in the left flat. They're going to swing it to him wide, and North Augusta's Basket's there to meet him right there at the line of scrimmage, runs him out on the far side of the field. Terry's able to get a yard, but that's it. It's going to bring up second down and 9.
It looks like Aiken's game plan in the second half is come out and throw the ball. 3 straight plays here, dropping back and throwing it. So they didn't have any success running, so we're going to try something different this half.
That's right, and North Augusta much the same. I wouldn't say they didn't have any, but they, Aiken certainly limited them in the run game, and North Augusta came out throwing the football.
Right, you make adjustments at half as a coach, and our adjustment was run the ball more, and theirs is to throw it more. So
second down and 9 for the Hornets. 6:45 to go in the third quarter. They're down 28-0, looking for some momentum. They send a man in motion. That's probably, not going to be a flag, but Coach Olajuwon Page is going to take a timeout, and we're going to take one with him. 6:40 to go in the third. 28-0 Jackets. Second and 9 for the Hornets when we come back here on WGAC. motion, takes a snap, looking. They're going to flush him out. He's going to run it himself, and he's going to take a big hit, and he fumbles it. One of his linemen just happened to be in the right area at the right time. Oh, man, that's fortunate. And they're going to say the lineman was down. Well, Hannah might not be so fired up after he taking a shot there around the right side. He's going to come out of the game, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and long now for the Hornets as Antavius Lawton checks into the game.
Yeah, it looked like he had a little bit of running room, and I couldn't tell, but if somebody laid a big shot on him.
It closed quick.
The ball bounced right up to the big lineman. And
that was a fortunate bounce.
Yeah, he was running, and it looked like he lost it, but it caught him down. So it could have been a turnover there.
Lawton checks into the game at quarterback. 3rd down and 14 for the Hornet offense. Under 6 to go in the 3rd. 3-down lineman for the Yellow Jackets now. A timeout on the field, and actually going to be a delay of game. Thought it was a timeout, and Aiken lost track of the play clock again.
What happened, Jason, they had a single receiver out to the left, and the quarterback was trying to put him in motion, but he was on the line of scrimmage, so it looked like some confusion there. But, when you're rotating quarterbacks in and out, sometimes that could happen.
Throws off the timing of a drive, and it's hard to get in rhythm, too. Corners press on the far side with Basket. Now he backs off 3rd and long. Going to bring a man in motion. Lawton fakes it, looking. They're going to flush him out to the left side. He's got no one to throw it to. There's just nothing but North Augusta players far side of the field. It hits him and stops him. Boyd along with Mealing on the stop for the Yellow Jackets. No gain on the play. 4th and long, and it's punt time again for Aiken. And the defense is going to have to come out and try to stop North Augusta again as we approach the 5-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter. Tough sledding for Aiken's offense tonight. Simmons will punt it away. He stands at his own 24-yard line. Bridger's back deep for the Yellow Jackets. Simmons has been very good tonight, and he hits another good one. Drives it all the way back, takes a humongous pounce, and this is the second one he's put down inside the 5-yard line for Aiken. Well, one bright spot for Aiken. How about Simmons? Man.
About a 57-yard
What a
kick
punt.
there.
He's averaging about 50 yards a kick tonight. For the Hornets in the special teams department. 4:51 to go, but nonetheless, the bad news is Aiken's defense got to come right back out in the field. North Augusta have it 1st and 10 from their own 5-yard line. Have not seen Jakari Buxton in the second half, and I don't think it's because he's hurt again. I just think, it's hard to take DJ Curry out right now.
Well, in the pregame coach's interview said he was going to get 7 to 10 carries.
That's right.
He got 10 there in the first half.
And look at the Curry. There he goes again right up the middle. Had a initial hole there, but it closed relatively quick. 31 made a great open field tackle. Noah Farrox. But Curry was able to get another 5-yard pickup.
I do see Buxton down on the sideline. He's got a football in his hands. He's engaged.
I think he's fine. It did kind of slip my mind. The coach said he was going to limit his carries tonight, just try to ease him back into it. 2nd down and 5. Harrell in the gun, 4 receivers. Turns, going to give it to Curry again. It is just straight smash mouth football. Nothing fancy, just right behind the big offensive line, and he gets 5 more yards. That's another North Augusta 1st down. What you like about him, he has the ability to cut, but he is going to go north.
Yeah, he's a one-cut guy. He's like you said, he's trying to go forward at all times. He is good at making that one cut, and his vision is getting better.
This time they're going to throw a screen underneath. The left side, it's batted up in the air. It's dropped by Jones and tipped up and intercepted here on the near sideline. Aiken has life as North Augusta turns it over on their own doorstep. And Aiken will trot back out on offense. They kicked out the block that needed to catch the football, and it went right through Jones's hands. And number 24, Berdarius Talbert, was there to catch the deflection, and Aiken has it 1st down and goal at the North Augusta 7-yard line. Tough break there for the Yellow Jackets. Got to be able to catch that football if you're Cortez Jones, and I know he'd like to have that one back.
Yeah, he definitely has some running room there. Maybe he was looking forward a little too soon before he caught the ball.
Wildcat formation with McMillan. Keeps it himself, and he is going to get it down to maybe the 6th pickup of a yard, half yard or so, not much doing. Good job of North Augusta forcing him back inside where the help was. 3.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Aiken looking to get on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. North Augusta trying to keep the shutout alive. They lead at 28-0. Looks like another Wildcat look here. They may just run it with McMillan 4 times here. McMillan takes a snap, keeps it around the left side, and not any running room, nothing again. Maybe just another half yard or so. It's going to bring up 3rd down and goal. North Augusta doing a good job of filling up the running lanes and making it hard for McMillan. Just to give you some dimensions on him, the senior 6 feet, 190. Also plays linebacker for the Hornets. 3rd down and goal from the 5-yard line for Aiken. 4 down territory, no doubt, for the Hornets. North Augusta got to stop them 2 more times. And it's McMillan again, just going to line up. They got a bunch on the left side of the formation. McMillan takes a snap, runs it forward around the right side. He's hit again, stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Who penetrated at that time? Was it Richburg? Richburg got down in there, and also Boyd in on the hit.
You would think they would go a little misdirection there, but, they ran right behind their blockers 3 plays in a row and no yards.
He's kind of questioned that, and Aiken's, I think they're going to, well, it looked like the kicker came on, but then Antavius Lawton comes in, and he may be the holder. And I think Aiken's going to kick it here, okay. But they better hurry up. There's only 10 seconds on the play clock. Aiken certainly might have to burn another timeout, Tony. I don't think they're going to get it set. They're going to have to burn a timeout. And there it goes again, another delay of game, and see if the refs miss it. The refs have not called it, and they missed that one. The kick is up there, and it is good, and they missed a bad one. There was 4 seconds gone out of that play clock, and they missed it. And oh, wait a minute, there is a flag drop down there.
I think that was going to be on Coach Bryant.
Oh, man, boy, I tell you, North Augusta's not going to get the field goal was good, but that's a shame because the defense made 3 great stops. And that should have been a flag there. I mean, it really wasn't even close.
The good thing is a dead ball foul. So.
And you like Coach Bryant showing that energy because he knows how hard his defense worked to get that stop there, and to only have it. And it's not to say Aiken might not have made the kick, but you would have backed him up 5 more yards,
Absolutely.
And you never know. But nonetheless, Aiken gets on the board. Jackets will be on offense when we come back. 1:36. They still lead at 28-3 here on WGAC.
Friday Night Lights. It's big here in the South. We love getting together with our friends and pulling for our favorite team. Football. We're making...
Maybe it did. Maybe they didn't touch it. Okay, it was a kind of ball was on a weird angle, but nonetheless, North Augusta will get the football. Great field position here. But going back to that, you kind of understand why Coach Bryant got so upset there on that last possession. Your defense makes 3 stops there on a Wildcat, and they force the field goal, and flag should have been thrown, but it wasn't. Got to move on. It's 28-3 North Augusta. Got to rebound here and try to execute on this offensive possession. I think you might see a lot of Curry the rest of this one. I don't know. That's just
still a lot of time
that's
here.
That's exactly right.
I think they'll mix it in. I'd like to see them come back to Wilburn here. Both Wilburn and Jones.
And Jones build the confidence back up.
They're too good of players not to.
135 as they try to sort it out. Now North Augusta's got the player they want. Harrell in the gun with 2 receivers to each side. Ball on the left hash. They creep down to the box. Washington comes in motion. There goes Curry again right up the middle, out over the 40, dragging Hornet defenders behind him. A 10.5-yard pickup there, and that's a North Augusta first down. Siding young sophomore for the Yellow Jackets. A good one in the making. All the way out to the 45. North Augusta now going to go trips to the left, single receiver to the right. Once again, they stack the box, and Curry puts the pads down and runs right into the teeth of the defense, picks up 3 yards out to the 48. Going to bring up second down and 7 as we wind under a minute here in the third quarter. 28-3 Yellow Jackets if you're just joining us. North Augusta's moved the football all night long and have not punted it. Have turned it over on downs a couple of times and an interception. Harrell going to take a shot down the middle. He's got him out there. This time it's caught. Wilburn falling down, caught it at the 20, and he's going to say he's down at the 19-yard line. 33-yard pickup for the Yellow Jackets, and that's another North Augusta first down.
We just said that they needed to come back to Wilburn, and sure enough they did, and he made a good play. $33, is that what you said?
I think that's right, yep.
Okay, thank you, Jason.
I try to do his math as good as I can there. I might have missed that one
the
by a
stats
couple.
guy
Who
needs
knows?
a little help here.
That's right. First and 10, Yellow Jackets. They flip it to Washington, coming around from right to left, looking for a block. Gets one, makes a couple of shifts down inside the 15 to the 13 he goes. Pickup of 6 yards. And that will more than likely be the final play of the third quarter. That's the end of 3 here at the Jackets Nest on senior night. It's all North Augusta tonight. They're on the move again, looking for more. They lead at 28-3, and they'll have the football 2nd and 4 when we come back to start the fourth quarter here on WGAC. Hello, Yellow Jackets.
Yellow Jackets to the start of the fourth quarter.
Probably could have had another touchdown or two, but, you know, all in all, a good game so far.
2nd and 4, Harrell in the gun here to start the fourth quarter. They give it to Curry. Stretch play around the left side. He's going to lose a yard back to the 15-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and 5 now. Probably 4-down territory again for North Augusta, so don't have to throw it here. But you get a couple of plays here to get 5.5 yards. Harrell looking to the sideline for the play. Next week, they'll be on the road. The fill-in game for AC Florida. This one's going to be at River Bluff. And then that last game of the season on the 7th is on the 6th rather has been left open. Harrell play action pass, good pocket, going to throw it back right corner, got a man wide open. It's Wilburn, touchdown. North Augusta chalk up 6 for the Jackets. Harrell finds Wilburn about 5-6 yards into the end zone. He was running wide open, and Harrell found him, and North Augusta stretches the lead now 34-3. Boy, they have really created some great plays down the field, and Jordan Wilburn's been open a lot down the field tonight. They're having a hard time guarding him on that back end. Furness off of the extra point. The kick is up there, and it is good. 5 for 5 is the young freshman tonight. Baylor Furness. Austin Harrell, man, if he ain't having the game he is, you might be giving the player of the game to Baylor Furness. He's doing such a great job. 35-3, it's all North Augusta here on senior night. Aiken back on offense when we come back here on WGAC.
At Southpaw Roofing, North Augusta is important.
We've been proud supporters of the Yellow Jacket Club for over 25 years.
We live, coach, and are headquartered right here as well.
So if you think this is a home,
stronger and stronger as the weeks roll on. 11:04 to go in the game. Aiken got on the board on their last drive. They took advantage of a North Augusta turnover down inside their own 10-yard line, and Aiken's trying to get something going here, and obviously going to be tough to come back and make this one a contest, but certainly try to, with a few region games moving forward here, Tony, got to try to build on something. And
yeah, absolutely. Because they're still fighting for a playoff spot, a second, and actually there's one or two at-large teams in the lower state, so they got a lot to still play for.
Hannah takes the snap, rolls to the left, looking, they're coming on him, and they're going to sack him back at the 18-yard line. He nearly lost the football. Who got him? A couple of subs into the game. Well, one of them anyway. That was number 51 for the Yellow Jackets, Logan Summers, who's had a lot more playing time here lately since gone down. Chase Tillman gone down.
Demarion Gibson with a good play there from the nose guard position too, number 58.
Number 55 for North Augusta, Cody Anderson checks into the game, and they've been moving him the last couple of weeks to the defensive line, and he really does a lot and help with run support inside on that defensive line and provides a little bit more depth, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Big old kid, big, strong kid.
Second down and 10, and Aiken's going to have to take a timeout, and more personnel problems for the Hornets. And it's actually second and 20, and we'll take one with them. 10:15 to go in the game, 35-3 Yellow Jackets. Second and long for the Hornets when we come back on WGAC.
Kervin Brothers Stump and Tree has proudly served.
Championship just a little less than a full quarter away. High snap, Hannah takes it, going to take a shot down the right side. A man out there, and it is almost caught. Number 9, Travis Taylor, 6'3", 175, tried to climb the ladder and couldn't come down with it. Incomplete. It's going to bring up third down and long now for Aiken.
Got another safety in the game. Robbie Knox was over there with help over the top and had good coverage on the play.
And Robbie Knox, number 8, he's another kid with a big frame, 6'3", 160 junior. and could be one of those situations where next year, obviously, I know he played a little bit of receiver at the end of last year. With the attrition North Augusta is going to have, losing next year, you might see him on the field a lot next year.
He's a basketball player as well, so I know what kind of athlete he is.
Blitz off the right side. Hannah throws what a ball and what a catch. And I think he got the first down. 3rd and 19. Hannah was under heavy pressure, delivered a strike on the far side of the field to number 11, Sadarius Anderson, another freshman who made the catch, and I think he got the first down.
I got a flag back here. Let's see what.
But a flag was thrown back at the 11, and that's right in the area of holding. Let's see what the call is.
It could have been
or
late.
Could have been a late hit as well.
No, he's telling him to come back here, Jason.
That's a big one there. You know, maybe one of the best plays of the night offensively for Aiken, considering the situation. 3rd down and 19, and this is going to be wiped out on a hold. If that is indeed what the call is, that's a personal foul against Aiken. And okay, what's the? I'm not sure what the personal foul is there, but
like you said, a 3rd and 19 conversion taken away.
Interesting. Didn't signal anything other than the personal foul, but now it's 3rd down and a mile for Aiken's offense. With 9:59 to go here in the contest. 32-point lead for North Augusta. Hannah in the gun with 4 receivers. Takes a snap, looking, throwing the right side, just a tunnel screen underneath. Breaks a tackle and gets it out to about the 18-yard line before he's dropped. That was number 9, Travis Taylor. And it's going to bring up 4th and long, and Aiken will have to punt the football again with the ever-exciting DJ Simmons, who has been fabulous in the punting department for Aiken tonight, although you don't like saying that because that means he's had to punt it too many times. But unfortunately, that's been the case for Aiken's offense.
Yeah, he averaged about 50 yards a punt.
He's been fun to watch. Stands at his own 6-yard line and back deep. And I believe that's Cortez Jones back at his own 39-yard line. Simmons puts the foot to it. Another low end-over-end kick. Going to take a humongous bounce. And Cortez Jones able to fall on it back at the 26-yard line. And, man, it's just an adventure. It's hard to catch those, but Jones was able to fall on it. I mean, that was that had him another 50-plus punt yard. I mean, 50
20, 40,
yard plus.
50, probably about 60 yards actually on that one, Jason.
What a punt. Yeah, some of the D1 scouts are gonna go look at some stats for the punters. They're gonna see this kid's averaging 53 yards a game, or 50 yards a punt, and he's getting it done for Aiken. They hand it off inside with Curry, makes a couple of cuts, gets it out to the 31-yard line, pick up a 5 on the plays. We're now under 9 minutes to go here in the contest, and you love to see North Augusta really chew into this clock here on this drive.
Actually, Christian Jackson on that carry.
Oh, is that Jackson? I apologize.
They have put him in the game. They got some subs coming in on the offensive line as well, so coach is getting a chance to play some other kids now.
When do they get to expand the roster, and is it for playoffs, just for the playoff games?
Well, you can do it at any time, but as long as the JV's playing, you want those kids to get experience playing.
Harrell fakes the handoff and throws it. He was under heavy pressure. There's a late push, and it could be a flag there, but they're not going to throw it. And now there's some here it comes, and that one might get called there for on Aiken. That's going to be yep. And Coach Page is hot. Number 52, Phil Collins. How about that?
The air in the night.
Yep. We're about to make another one there. So to say it won't be a lot more air in that one for his night, as his night was more than likely through. As Phil Collins has checked over to the sidelines. Coach Page ran out in the field and said, you could hear him say, "Get out."
Yeah, absolutely.
Of the game.
Absolutely.
And,
you got to come out. That's they played a pretty clean game, and you don't want to see something like that in the fourth quarter.
That's going to give North Augusta the first down out to the 46-yard line. Harrell in the shotgun. They show pressure off the edge. They're going to give it right up the middle again. Gets it out to midfield. Pick up a 4 yards on the play. And that is Christian Jackson on the carry. Jordan Key on the stop for Aiken. Next week, North Augusta on the road at River Bluff. Last game of the regular season. North Augusta is going to be crowned the region champs here tonight. Finish up the regular season next week and have a week, more than likely at this point in time, a week off to prepare for the playoffs. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. 6 on the play clock. Harold takes the snap. Going to give it to Jackson again as they bring a blitz right from the right place to make the stop and hit on Jackson. That's number 55, Zachary Bailey, who makes the hit and stop. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 with 7.5 minutes to go here in the game. Pre-game at 7:05, kickoff at 7:30. Always love going up to River Bluff, one of the premier facilities in all of South Carolina. You'd be hard-pressed to find another football facility that's better than that.
Absolutely.
Would you have to agree with that one?
Absolutely. All sports facilities,
Yeah.
basketball, baseball, everything, just first class.
3rd down and 5. Harrell in the gun. Takes a snap, hands it off. Right up the middle, big hole. Who is this? It was that Christian Jackson again. Gets it down inside the 40 to the 39, a pickup of 11 yards, and that's another North Augusta first down, and that's going to ensure that they're going to at least be able to bleed 2 more minutes off of this clock. Good job of Christian Jackson. Great job of some of those offensive linemen who are checking in for the first time tonight, fresh legs. And Aiken has anything but fresh legs at this point.
Oh, absolutely. They've been on the field all night long.
3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Harold takes the snap again, turns, gives it to Jackson. Another big gaping hole down to the 30. He goes another 9 yards as North Augusta's ripping off some long runs now left and right. Oh, here comes another mass subs. 4 guys coming into the game for North Augusta. Terry Richburg, number 20. Mike Thomas, number 8, Robbie Knox. And number 2, Micah Jones. Good to see some of these guys getting some playing time. 2nd down and 1. Harrell in the gun, trips to the left side, 1 receiver to the right. They show blitz right up the middle, and they hit him and drop Jackson. I'm not sure he got the first down. He's going to be still a yard shy. They brought it right up the middle and hit him. It's going to bring up 3rd down and short. Another sub into the game for the Yellow Jackets. That's number 56, Andy Cervantes, 6'1", 220-pound freshman for North Augusta. No, they're excited about the B team and JV team.
He's going in to play center. Coach is real high on this young man.
6'1", 220, ought to be. Whew. Good size there for a freshman. 3rd down and 1. 5:08 to go in the game. 35-3 Yellow Jackets. More pressure coming right up the middle, and somehow Jackson was able to make it miss, picks his way through to the 3rd level, and gets it down inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. 11-yard carry there for Christian Jackson, and that's another North Augusta first down, and that's big because now you're going to be able to cook at least 2 more minutes off the clock, provided he doesn't take one into the end zone. First down and 10, North Augusta at the 19-yard line. Harrell doing a good job of taking this thing down inside of 10 seconds every single time. High snap. No one to hand it to, just going to have to keep it, and takes a knee wisely back at the 24-yard line. Nothing was there. Takes a knee, and here, that'll be the end of Austin Harrell's night. They're going to bring in Caden Nussery into the game. Great night for Austin Harrell. We'll give you his stats as soon as Coach Harrell tallies up the final digits for him and maybe his best performance of the season. 2nd down and 16 for North Augusta, all the way back out at their 24 now. 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Caden Nussery, also a baseball player for North Augusta. Oh, big hit. Number 80 crunches Jackson. Jordan Key, almost like he came through unblocked, and as soon as Jackson handed the handoff, Key was there to lay down the hammer on Christian Jackson. 3rd down and 20 for North Augusta's offense. They had a 28-0 lead at halftime, and they've scored 7 here. Pretty much kind of coasted here in the second half. A lot of running. Did have one drive where they threw it quite a bit, and they scored on it. And other than that, they've had a turnover on their own doorstep. Aiken was able to punch in 3 points on a questionable play, 3 points at that. One that should have backed up 5 yards because of a play clock expiration there, and Aiken got away with that one. And North Augusta runs the play clock all the way down to 1 second, calls a timeout. We'll take one with them. 3 minutes to go in the game. Usry in the shotgun. Christian Jackson in the backfield with him. Usry fakes it, going to throw a screen underneath. Right side in and out of the hands of Robbie Knox. Flag comes in late. That's going to be a late hit.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's going to be humongous for North Augusta. That's going to be able to put them down in there, and they may be able to bleed the clock out now with a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, definitely roughing the passer there, Jason.
I get this feeling you're probably ready for some final stats, unless you want to hang on to them for the end of the game.
No, I still got some work to do.
All right, good.
Got another guy up here in the press box asking me for some stats here, so we're working on them. But
well, they know how good you are, Adam. So
we're still moving the ball here. So, and of course these will be unofficial.
We've seen you inside of 15 yards there from the standard and some other local media outlets, so I'm interested to see how close the old ball coach can be tonight. First down and 10 North Augusta after the personal foul. Usry takes a snap, looking to pump fake it and to flush him to the right, looking for somebody to throw it to, throws in a run, and it is caught! Touchdown! North Augusta, chalk up 6 for the Jackets. How about Usry extending the play with his legs and makes a tight window throw? Who caught it? Number 20, Mike Thomas. 5'9", 170-pound senior, and they've got to be thrilled for that young man. Mike Thomas made a great catch in traffic, and how about Caden Usry to throw?
It was a great pump fake to begin with, and he got out of pressure and just put it right on the money. Caden's got a very good arm, like a very good baseball player. How far was that touchdown there, Jason?
That was a 15-yard touchdown pass. Baylor finesse on for the extra point. Usry will hold. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is good. 6 for 6. Baylor finesse, 42-3, 2:49 to go in the game. Aiken on offense when we come back here on WGAC.
Friday Night Lights. It's big here in the South. We love getting together with our friends and pulling for our favorite team. Football. We're making memories.
Couple of backups in for North Augusta, and it's always good to see. Makes everyone excited, especially some of those starters down there. And those kids work just as hard there. They got to run a lot of the scout team, getting the first and second string ready, Coach. And you know a lot about that.
Absolutely, they are very important to the team, and to see these guys have success on Friday night, it makes them work that much harder in practice for you the following weeks to come.
Thumbs up. Little short kick there from Furness. Drops it right into a hole. North Augusta might recover it. Aiken was sleeping, but luckily for Aiken, they were able to fall on it to the 34. Man, North Augusta probably should have had that one. That was a perfect kick, and Aiken was just was napping,
and
more or less.
I'm not sure. Matt's a basketball player of mine, and if the ball's on the ground like that, we preach to him, get a steal, and he sure missed the steal that time.
Maybe doing some running for you next week then for that one, right?
Well, man, probably about 2 months. As soon as I can get them.
The coach never forgets. 2:48 to go. Lawton in at quarterback for the Hornets. Takes the snap. Looking all day to throw. 2 steps to the right. Throws it. Tight coverage over the middle. And a tight throw. And it's incomplete. Intended for Travis Taylor in the middle of the field. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. If you're just joining us, it's been all Yellow Jackets here tonight on senior night. 42-3, they lead it. Austin Harrell with big-time game. His best of the season. A couple of rushing touchdowns, a couple of throwing touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns, actually. And he's just been outstanding for North Augusta tonight. Shotgun for Lawton. Takes a snap, looking. They flush him out to the left side. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to be brought down inbounds, so keep the clock moving. Out to the 43 he goes as North Augusta runs to him. Robbie Knox along with number 40 for the Yellow Jackets, David Johnson, and a couple of other North Augusta players. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 1 for the Hornets with 2:14 to go. Three receivers actually to the right, 1 to the left. 3rd down and 1 for the Hornets. Takes a snap, they roll it to the right. Firing on the run, got a man wide open in the right flat. Completes it and stays in bounds. That's important for North Augusta as the clock's going to continue to move. Moore on the stop. Travis Taylor on the catch for the Hornets. They get a 1st down there as a Hornet down on the far side of the field. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout. 42-3 North Augusta here on WGAC.
The Posey family has deep ties to North Augusta High School.
Stephen Posey, class of 66.
Nancy, class of 69.
Melissa, class of 92.
Walker, class of 95.
Liz, class of 2002.
Thayer, class of 2020.
At Posey's, we believe living life means different things to different people, and having a loving event of some kind is important to not only celebrate a life well lived, but to help you feel the support of your community.
Visit us.
Lawton on the rollout, incomplete. Pass intended for Tolan. Defending was Colin Moore.
Well, one of the Aiken ball kids was barely off the field there when they snapped. Oh, a big stiff arm from Lawton. And he's going to be brought down by the 2nd and 3rd Yellow Jackets to get there, and gets about a 3-yard pickup. Going to bring up 3rd down and 7. Under a minute to go here. Just a couple more plays for the Hornets. It's a good win for North Augusta. Going to be another region championship, and it's a lot to be proud of. Shortened season, a lot of pressure for these two teams and the games they have. Every game was so important this year.
Yeah, and I think after last week's performance, not up to coach's standards, I think this week may have been our most complete game of the year so far.
Lawton takes a snap, rolls to the right, just going to keep it and run it himself, and he is going to be brought down inbounds. Great tackle on the far side of the field. Who got him? Number 11, and I do not have
Colin Moore.
That's Colin Moore. Okay. Colin Moore, who makes a play on the far side of the field and kept him in bounds, and that was important.
Yeah, he's a sophomore that they pulled up, I think, a week or two ago to help out. So.
And did he get him before the first down, too? Or are they going to say first down? Okay. First down for Aiken, and this will more than likely be the final play of the game if they run another one, and they're going to take a timeout. Aiken takes a timeout with 16 seconds to go in the game. We'll take one with them. Quick 30-second break. 16 seconds, 42-3 North Augusta. Won't they let the and take this one to the house? Takes a snap. Lawton going to throw it. Going to take a shot down the left side. It's up. It's well underthrown and incomplete. And we're going to have at least one more play. That's going to bring up second down and 10. Lawton underthrew that one heavily.
You got number 25 there, Jason, on the roster. I can't quite tell who that is.
Yep, that is Gerald Jackson, 5'8", 150-pound senior.
Good deal for Gerald to get a little playing time here at the end of the game. He was in good coverage.
A couple of North Augusta defenders were there to break that one up. Lawton, second down and 10 with 9 seconds to go here in the game. Lawton takes a snap, slides up in the pocket, going to take a shot down the middle of the field, and is incomplete again. And Aiken's going to run one more play as it falls incomplete. And it'll bring up third down and 10. Ball on the 37-yard line. So, Tony, we got to do it one more time here.
Well, one more play. I think he may take another shot down the field.
Why not, right? Got to get in the end zone.
We were talking about that timeout they took, and with a young team, you're teaching your team that, hey, I'm not going to give up on you. We're going to play to the final horn, and they come out of timeout, they throw it deep twice, trying to score some points here to feel a little bit better about yourself riding home.
Lawton takes a snap. They're going to throw it again. They'll throw it right down the middle. Got a man wide open. Caught at the 15-yard line. Makes the hit. Stop at the 11. And that will be the final play of the game. North Augusta is your region champions. They win it 42-3. They will be a number 1 seed in the playoffs and have at least one home game in a few weeks from tonight, and that was a big win, Tony. Like you said, maybe their most complete game offensively and defensively. That was a big one for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, absolutely, Jason. From start to finish, we dominated the game offensively. Unofficial, I think we had 26 or 27 first downs, so we drove the ball all night long. The punter never got to step on the field for us. We should have scored one more touchdown there when we had the opportunity in the first half, but, all in all, nothing to be disappointed about tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We're back. Post game here, North Augusta wins it 42-3. Jason Lynn and Tony Harrell wrapping things up here. Tony, got some final stats for us.
Total offensive night for the Yellow Jackets. 75 total plays for 485 yards. Moved the ball up and down the field. 45 carries, 195 yards on the ground. 18 out of 30 combined through the air for 292 yards. Some individual stats. Jakari Buston, good to see him back. He carried the ball 10 times, 21 yards, not his typical outing. Aiken did a good job in the first half of stopping the run. Second half, DJ Curry basically took the game over in the third quarter. He ended up with 17 carries for 99 yards. Harrell with 10 carries for 38 yards and 3 touchdowns. And Christian Jackson ran the ball well in the fourth quarter, 8 carries for 37 yards. Through the air, Harrell was 17 out of 29 for 277 yards, 2 touchdowns, and the interception. Caden Ustry, good to see him throw a pass. 1 for 1, 15-yard touchdown pass. That was to Michael Thomas, his only catch of the night. Jordan Wilburn, our leading receiver, 4 catches, 119 yards and a touchdown. Cortez Jones, 3 for 67. Grayson Bridgers, 4 for 33 and a touchdown. And young Taylor Washington followed up last week's impressive performance with another good performance tonight, 6 catches for 58 yards. So that's the unofficial stats for the Yellow Jackets tonight. It was a good job by the offense and the defense.
I tell you what, that's a heck of a ball distribution from Austin Harrell tonight, and he looked sharp. I know he had a couple throws he'd like to have back. That's going to happen when you throw the football down the field. They haven't thrown it this much.
Yeah.
Asked this much of Harrell, and tonight they got a great matchup. Like you said, they had a young secondary. They took advantage of that. We've got 3 senior receivers. We got to be able to get the ball down the field to them, and I thought Harrell did a great job of putting it on him.
He did, and in Coach Bryant's offense, you take what the defense gives you, and Aiken tonight was taking away the screen game. We didn't run a lot of screens tonight,
we threw the
ball down the field. So, you take what they give you, and that's how the offense was able to move up and down the field. It's a lot on the quarterback to read the defense, and Coach Bryant expects a lot out of his quarterbacks, and Harrell has grown up throughout the year.
Yep, and they were a lot more explosive. And this, I know it was Aiken tonight, and this is a team, Aiken, that's still trying to find traction within their program. I think they're going to get there. They're just too talented to not think that this team is maybe just a couple of years away from really turning a corner. They just need something positive to happen, maybe a playoff appearance, something positive to happen.
And when they get that first win, it's going to be very big for their program. Like I said, tonight they played 10 freshmen. I mean, that's invaluable experience that these young kids are getting. If they had them all on the JV, they may be winning a lot of JV games, but this is the level they want to win at. So, you got to compete at this level. They're going to be a tough team the next 3 years.
I couldn't agree with you more. Aiken, it's better. I want them to be better and get better. It's better for this region. It toughens you up and gets you ready for the playoffs. And North Augusta certainly looking forward to Aiken getting better too, because you got that rivalry is real good when these two teams go head to head and have those tight games in the fourth quarter. Of course, when North Augusta's winning, it's a lot
absolutely,
better.
Absolutely.
But anyway, any final thoughts before we send it out of here?
And just like we said, next week we step up in competition. River Bluff 5A school, tremendous football program, well coached. They do a great job on both sides of the ball. The special teams are really good. It's going to be a great challenge road next week to see how much improvement we have made over the last few weeks, and it'll be our last tune-up before the playoffs. So, I expect us to go next week and play a good football game.
Tony, I appreciate you coming up here, filling in for Rick, and we certainly look forward to the next time you're up here with us.
Well, if you keep feeding me the pizza, I'll keep coming, Jason.
Man,
I do appreciate it.
You got it. You earned yourself some slices, my friend, and I appreciate you, Coach, and we look forward to welcoming you back up here whenever the time calls for that. And we will see you tomorrow. Again, next week, North Augusta on the road at River Bluff, 7:05 pregame, kickoff at 7:30. Until then, I'm Jason Lynn, Tony Harrell saying so long from the Jackets Nest on senior night. North Augusta wins it 42-3 and claims the Region 5 championship here tonight on senior night. We'll see you guys next week at River Bluff. You've been listening to Yellow Jacket Football on WGAC.
And that's tonight's game. Thanks for listening to this live broadcast of North Augusta High School football on News Talk and Information WGAC.